Hello guys and gals, and welcome to another episode of Unique Items. Today we're going to be talking about another one of the Uber Uniques, or actually as they refer to now, they are referred to as the Mythic Uniques, and they've gotten their own special doojank, as you can see here. They now have their own purple sheen as opposed to the unique sheen or the legendary sheen to try and help them stand out from the rest. I'm not particularly fond of the Mythic name. I think the Mythic name is too much of a throwback to World of Warcraft, and I like my games to be kind of separate from each other. I don't really like don't like them overlapping as much, and I would have preferred a name that was maybe a little bit more Diablo-esque. I actually really like the Uber name, to be perfectly honest, but it is what it is now, no matter what. So we do have the Harlequin Crest Shako, which has been buffed up considerably from the previous version. I actually think this is like way better than the other one. We have a massive 2,128 life on this, and I have actually masterworked this up 4 times, so it is a little bit higher than the base stats. I have 25 maximum resource on it, and that's with a 25% bonus. It's 18 base, from what I understand, and honestly, adding the maximum resource on there was a big boon to a lot of characters that scale maximum resource. Like, for instance, Bone Spear Necromancers, Ramaladi's Magnum Opus, Barbarians, including, of course, the Beastfall Boot rogues, and so forth and so on. And there's even a little bit of a max resource scaling on Sorceress as well. I think the only one that doesn't really have any maximum resource scaling would be the Druid, which is the only one that's kind of like left out in the dust there. But honestly, very nice change in my opinion. Also a massive 2,875 armor, which is going to make it really easy to hit that armor cap on just about any character that you put this on. There's a lot of characters that have trouble hitting the armor cap. They need multiple armor bonuses. Like, as you can see here, I have a armor bonus, and then I have a 17.3% armor bonus as well. And as you can see, I'm only just barely hitting the cap, and without my helmet, I'm only at 5,396. So putting on something like the Harlequin Crest Shako, as you can see here, immediately caps out my armor. So certainly not a terrible change in my opinion. A lot of characters are going to love that extra armor on there because it's going to free up the spots on the rest of their equipment for other things that they would potentially like to use. 23% cooldown reduction. It's a 20% base, and it goes up really freaking high. The cooldown reduction on the Harlequin Crest Shako is through the roof. I believe the theoretical cap, if you get all of the masterworking done and you blow, like, I think all the 25% bonuses on it, is a 50% cooldown reduction for the Harlequin Crest Shako, which is insane. It also has gain 20% damage reduction, which is a nice flat damage reduction, which is going to help you tremendously. That's going to apply to all damage that is incoming. And also it has +4 ranks to all skills. Now, it does not give you +4 ranks to all abilities on your tree, only the things that actually classify as skills. It doesn't give you, like, passives, for instance. But it does give you +4 to every single ability, even if you do not have points in it. So if you put this hat on, you will notice that when you go into your tree, you now suddenly have, like, level, like 6 meteor and like stuff like this, which you don't even have any points into. As you can see, like, there's no points in any of these abilities, but you have all of them. And on the Sorceress, this is actually really interesting because as a Sorceress, if you want to put things into your enchantment slots, you do have to actually have them in the enchantment slots, and you have to have points in them, right? So the interesting thing here is that when you do this, you're going to end up with this ability to basically put anything in the enchantment slot without actually having to spend skill points on it, which is really nice. And on top of that, it also beefs up all your defensives if you're using defensives, and just in general is a very big powerhouse of an ability to give +4 skills to basically everything that you're using. And it's pretty massive. When you have the Harlequin Crest Shako on, you're definitely going to feel more powerful. It's going to help you tremendously to get that extra boost of power out of your character. And honestly, I really enjoy having the Harlequin Crest Shako. I mean, it's a power item, is what I like to call it, because it's just a huge amount of power that gets added to your character. The +4 ranks to all skills is going to add defensive potential. It's going to add offensive potential. It's also going to add, like mobility and things like that if you're using mobility skills, because it's going to lower the cooldowns. A lot of the skills get lowered cooldowns as you raise them. Some of them don't. But in general, just really, really nice item. Now, granted, there are some really, really nice helmets this season, like the Crown of Lucian, which is going to give you like a 75% damage bump if you can manage to reduce the actual resource cost, right? But that cooldown reduction, though, is absolutely amazing, and I think a lot of people are going to have a lot of fun playing around with that cooldown reduction as well, because it's going to get you up to, if you can manage it, up to around 50% cooldown reduction, which is going to help you keep those skills active and in the game even more so. Where do you get this particular item? Well, you can get it in two ways. One way is you can find it, and it does drop from the Uber bosses, like Uber Duriel and Uber Andariel. And it also drops from all of the Tormented bosses, and that includes Grigore, that includes, Lord Zir, Beast in the Ice, etc. And, of course, Tormented Duriel and Tormented Andariel has a really good chance of getting them. You can also get them through Resplendent Sparks, which is a crafting material, and you can actually just simply craft the Harlequin Crest Shako. Now, the Resplendent Sparks come from a various number of places, including the ability to kill Lilith. You get one for killing Lilith the first time for a season. You also get one for killing the... I can't remember all the different options. I just say I have 3 right now, and you definitely get them from various sources. One of them comes from the Reputation box. If you haven't done your Reputation quest for this season, which is in Zarbonzet right here in Estelle, the final box will give you a Resplendent Spark as well. And you can repeat the reputation quest. So every single character that you play, you can, of course, have fun, and you can repeat that quest, and you can get more Resplendent Sparks. So if you level up 4 characters, even if you don't kill Lilith, even if you don't get any of the other sources of Resplendent Sparks, like, for instance, killing one of the Tormented bosses, I'm pretty sure is one of them, the reputation grind can still be done on every single character. So after 4 characters, you'll be able to grind out 1 Uber Unique. Another interesting thing about the Uber Uniques is they only have a level requirement of level 35 now for some reason, which is kind of strange. All of them do. And even if you masterwork them, the level doesn't go up. So that means that once you get a decent number of Uber Uniques, you can literally just take like a level 35 character, deck out your level 35 character in like every single Uber Unique, and just like roll through the game like God. It also has some flavor text, which is, this headdress, once worn by an assassin disguised as a court mage, her treachery was unveiled, but not before she used its magic to curse the king's entire lineage, the fall of House Aston. Now, this is also an item that has a lot of lore in the Diablo universe. The Harlequin Crest Shako first existed in Diablo 1 in a quest to retrieve the sign for Ogden. On top of that, we also have the Harlequin Crest in Diablo 2, which was a very popular item with +2 skills and damage reduction, as well as life and mana. And obviously now it is in Diablo 4 as well, and it is also a very popular item in Diablo 4. The Harlequin Crest Shako is known for being ugly, by the way, and green. An ugly green hat. That's basically what it is. If you destroy the item, by the way, so after a season is over, if you do destroy it, you can get the cosmetic, and you can apply that through the wardrobe as well, which is pretty neat. All in all, I think the Harlequin Crest Shako is one of those ones that pretty much everyone gets their hands on. It is a universal item that works pretty much across all characters. There's only a couple characters that literally cannot use Harlequin Crest Shako, and it usually revolves around characters like the Druid, which need to use Tempest Roar to activate their storm skills as werewolf skills and so forth and so on, or the Vasily's Prayer Werebears. But for the most part, just about everybody can usually wear the Harlequin Crest Shako, and honestly, why not? It has damage reduction, cooldown reduction, armor, life, and of course even the max resistances now. With +4 ranks to all skills, it's kind of a no-brainer. You just throw it on just about every character. And unless there's something that's going to be better than that particular option, it's just the right one to pick. I think that's pretty much it for the Harlequin Crest Shako. As always, I do appreciate you guys and gals watching my videos, even when we're just talking about the new Mythic Uniques. And as always, keep watching.